On January 3, 2026, a seismic shift in Western Hemisphere geopolitics occurred. United States Special Forces conducted a pre-dawn raid in Caracas, capturing Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Cilia Flores. The operation, codenamed Absolute Resolve, has sent shockwaves through the Caribbean, leaving regional leaders caught between the principles of sovereignty and the pragmatic realities of security. In Jamaica, the response from the office of the Prime Minister has been one of calculated restraint. Addressing the nation during a prayer service in Portmore just days after the raid, Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed the mounting pressure for Jamaica to take a definitive stance on the U.S. intervention. "My job is to keep Jamaica safe." Amidst calls from the opposition People's National Party, PNP, and international observers to condemn or support the move, Holness signaled that his administration would not be rushed into a geopolitical firestorm. "We are living in changing times, uncertain times, and uncharted waters in many instances," the Prime Minister stated. "My job is to keep Jamaica safe, not to steer into waters we do not have to go, not to invite problems on ourselves when we already have our own challenges to manage." His remarks underscore a Jamaica-first foreign policy that prioritizes national stability over ideological posturing. The Prime Minister noted that Jamaica had already established its positions on many of the underlying issues, such as democracy and the rule of law, long before the current crisis erupted. Navigating turbulent waters. The capture of Maduro comes at a difficult time for Jamaica, which is still navigating the aftermath of the devastating Hurricane Melissa from late 2025. With the domestic agenda focused on power restoration and economic recovery, the government appears wary of any diplomatic fallout that could disrupt regional trade or security cooperation. While other CARICOM nations have expressed grave concern regarding the breach of Venezuelan sovereignty, Holness maintained that Jamaica has charted our course skillfully through careful diplomacy. He dismissed suggestions that this caution represents a retreat from principle, asserting instead that it is an act of strategic discipline. The regional ripple effect. The U.S. operation has effectively deposed the Maduro administration, with Vice President Delcy Rodriguez being sworn in as interim president in Caracas shortly after the raid. However, the precedent of a unilateral military capture of a foreign head of state has left many in the Caribbean uneasy. For Holness, the priority remains clear: protecting the Jamaican state from the external shocks of a rapidly shifting world. "We give God thanks for keeping Jamaica safe in these times," he told the congregation. "We will continue to steer the ship of the Jamaican state toward the prosperity that God has ordained." As the world watches the legal proceedings against Maduro unfold in a Manhattan federal court, Jamaica's leadership remains hunkered down, focused on domestic resilience and avoiding the invited problems of a global power struggle.